Cancel culture. It can help and it can hurt. But can it help hurt? I don't know, watch this video to find out. Hey pups, RP here, and welcome back to some good old Pup Rants videos and just me ranting. And today's video is about, you read the title, you saw the intro, cancel culture. But what is cancel culture, you may ask? Well, according to a few sources I looked up on Google, such as dictionary.com and merriam-webster.com, cancel culture is as follows. Cancel culture refers to the popular practice of withdrawing support for canceling public figures and companies after they have done or said something considered objectionable or offensive. Cancel culture is generally discussed as being performed on social media in the form of group shaming, the phenomenon or practice of public rejecting, boycotting, or ending support for particular people or groups because of their socially or morally unacceptable views or actions. The shared attitudes and values within a particular segment of society that lead to such public rejection of particular people or groups. The practice or tendency of engaging in mass canceling as a way of expressing disapproval and exerting social pressure. Cancel culture can happen to anyone, no matter how large or small their following is on social media, certain servers on games like Minecraft. Heck, it can even happen to famous people who are actors, voice actors, animators, literally everyone. Celebrities, influencers, YouTubers, it doesn't matter who you are, what you do, what career you have, or whatever. You have the possibility of being canceled. Now, I'm going to use at least one or two dramas as an example to show the more positive side of cancel culture. A few good examples of cancel culture are the Spotted drama, when Pen and Pigeon's story Lies a Lot were called out for spreading false information, accusing Spotted of some stuff that could have gotten him into serious legal trouble if Pontus Brockett and PK Russell hadn't stepped in to call them out on their BS. Fortunately, but also unfortunately, this ended in Pen and Pigeon's story's Lies a Lot running away, tails between their legs, hiding in the shadows, like the couple of cowardly crybabies they were, and still probably are. And the Daddy 05 situation, with the father and stepmom abusing the father's biological son and daughter, which the authorities and CBS took seriously, thank God, because abuse was filmed and posted for all the world to see on their YouTube channel, which got terminated, thankfully. This is probably one of the only times YouTube has done justice, as well as CPS. Unfortunately, these are the only good examples I thought of at the top of my head, one of which will be involved in something which is part of cancel culture, so the Spotted drama example is going to be brought up again later, but only briefly. A few negative examples of cancel culture are the following. Those who manipulate others into tracing down a person's horrid past, such as them making homophobic or racist comments, for example, to which the people they're canceling no longer stand by, taking everything out of context, and use their viewing to cancel the person they're canceling. Here's a few examples to show the bad examples, which are a lot. I can only list a few because my brain just cannot handle that type of thing. James Charles versus Tati Westbrook and Jeffree Star, the Alex Day drama, and the Dobuscus sexual assault allegations drama. I'll link sources talking about these dramas better in the description below. And these examples are basically the reason why cancel culture is total and complete garbage. Even more so than Steven Universe fandom. Like with all fandoms and communities, it isn't the fandoms or the communities themselves. It's the toxic pieces of shit crazy fucks that are in there only to take down others to bring themselves up or ruin someone else's life. This can lead to illegal actions such as slander, stalking, doxing, ruining someone else's life by getting them fired from their job, getting kicked out of their house, or ruining their love life. Or hell, even going as far as the person being falsely canceled to either get arrested or take their own lives, which is extremely depressing. Another issue is bandwagoning. This happened in the Spotted drama, and of which I'm unfortunately guilty of, and beat myself up over it repeatedly, and is one of those things that keeps me up at night. Bandwagoning and going after someone just for something they said years ago, either in the heat of the moment or to seem cool and edgy, is completely unnecessary and only leads to unwanted harassment. Harassment is not okay. Period. Another problem is not having context and lack of research regarding the person accused. and extremely poor evidence as well. Were they really inappropriate and or made inappropriate comments? Did they really harass a supposed victim? Did they assault the victim? Do your research and ask the questions of the person accusing the other guy they're canceling. And or if you're bold or brave enough, ask the accused and ask for proof. There's two sides to every story. Make sure you get all sides of it. Honestly, I don't really mind cancel culture if you're using it the right way to call out someone on their BS. If they did something BS, like bullying children for playing games how they want, but when it's like a toxic cesspool of people who just enjoy ruining other people's lives regardless of who they are or what they do, yeah, there's no saving it. But I do have some advice on keeping cancel culture about calling out the real assholes who did bad stuff noisy again. And to keep from getting canceled yourselves. Do your research and get both sides of the story, and ask for proof. As said earlier, this is honestly pretty self-explanatory. Two sides to every story of the accused and the accuser. Ask for proof, question the evidence, give the stories of the victims involved, end of story. Be careful what you post online. If you post something racist, homophobic, ableist, or straight up gross and inappropriate, it'll probably get you canceled right away. Or something that's social or political, best either keep it to yourself or write it down in a journal and burn the page. I heard that's a healthy coping mechanism. If you're not a pyromaniac, that is. Watch your humor. Unless you're someone like Gilbert Gottfried, Brandon Rogers, or any other comedian who's known to be an edgelord comedian, because that's their style. Even Gilbert and a few other comedians got canceled. I'm not sure Brandon ever got canceled because he does put warnings on his videos that they are offensive, not for the faint of heart, and just overall over-the-top edgelord type of humor. I honestly think Brandon is really funny. You may have heard of SJWPC culture activists waiting on your Tumblr or Twitter or Facebook pages or anywhere on your social media to attack you for making a joke that was either too edgy or offensive for their liking. Don't rely on influencers to save you from the mobs. If there's anything that James Charles versus Westbrook and Star Drama taught us, it's that you can't rely on other influencers online because they can stab you in the back. Trust no one! The only person who can save you is yourself. Have a real sincere apology, make sure you explain everything, and if you no longer stand by what you say, make sure you explain that too. Even if people don't accept it, it's their own fault for being asinine, not you. To close this rant off before it gets super long, anyone could get canceled. I'm canceled, you're canceled, everyone is canceled. It can happen to anyone, at any time, any place, anywhere. But as long as there's valid proof, two sides to every story, an explanation, and real hardcore research done, then there may be some type of salvation for this community. If not, then, well, cancel culture is canceled, I guess. That being said, let me know your thoughts on cancel culture in the comments below. Cue the outro. RP is out. Peace!